gonna make the profiles boom, 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 boom. What they is, I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is and what it ain't right here today on Gunner's Profiles. What it is real talk, real life by a real one who really did it. Just give us cracking homes like doves. Real shit, right? What it ain't is added preservatives. So don't put the banana in the tailpipe. Dun, 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 dun. Some of you don't even remember that. Old school. Eddie Murphy. Orale. It's no bullshit, man. No added preservatives. I ain't gonna give it to you fake. I'm gonna give it to you real. Now, as you can tell by that thumbnail right there, I'm gonna tell you guys a story that I've never told anybody. Okay? Literally. This is something I've never put out there. This is a trip, right? So, happened on 2 occasions. So, when I was incarcerated in the California Youth Authority, I went through a lot of hardship, right? Went through a lot. I went through a lot, man. You can never begin to understand how it feels to be segregated away from your family, basically, by your own doings, things that you did. You fucked us. I didn't fuck her. You fucked her. No, I didn't fuck her. Yeah, you did. You fucked up, right? I lost communication with my familia while I was incarcerated, man. I was a young kid, too. That's when you really need your family. They were doing their own thing. They had to move on in life. I was going to be sitting down for a minute. My name was Bennett. They're having a barbecue. I can't be a Bennett, right? So I'm on my own hype, doing my thing like Messi Mar, and they're doing theirs. And I lost communication, man. I didn't even know where my own familia was, but I knew they were out there wiggling. I hoped, shit, to what degree, I can't call it, but it was what it was. So I was going through a lot of hardship. There was a lot going through my mentality. I didn't care, I was a youth. I was doing me. I was in no man's land, Sasuke, they sent me down south. And everybody knows that story. I've told it many a times, man. It was rough, right? It wasn't easy. I like to sit here and joke, and the communication skills are what they are. The delivery is immaculate, right? I like to do what I do, but at the same time, I'm putting on my game face. But to take it out, let me put the mascara over there. It was ugly. Okay, it was ugly, man. It was, imagine waking up where you got to fight, you could be stabbed, you could be killed every single day for several years. Wasn't nothing good about it. I was put in this position by my own hand, but also by an administration, man, they were running an experiment. This bringing people together from different areas, man, that have a common belief. The common belief is we want to kill fucking each other, right? It just was a dangerous situation I was placed in, and but I had to strive. I had to do what I had to do. So in 1991, 92, incarcerated in YA, everybody knows, man, this is when the Fresno respects. The Fresno Bulldogs decided that if for no other reason, they should go bola like a sideways leaning cholo and split from the norte. Now I remember that exact day it happened. It was about 82 degrees, right? It was a little cloudy, but it wasn't. Right? There was a crow that was waiting. It's not that serious. But look, I remember that exact day it happened, man. We were having a junta in the yarda, and I noticed the Fresno boys. There was about 4 or 5 of them on the compa. They were over there in the corner, man, and they were talking amongst their own. They've been acting a little fishy lately. So that's because there's been a little something in the air that I couldn't call it like an alcoholic, but I knew to some degree they were tripping. Something was about to happen. Something major. It was major. They had to hit me on my pager. So I remember them walking over as a group. And I'm telling the homeboys, Spanky from Gilas, a couple other homeboys, like, hey, trip out on these vatos. Sasuke, keep your guard up. We might get bit by a bulldog right now. You could just feel it. And we were hearing whispers about up north how it was going. So anyways, they came and they showed us a Wila. Remember, K9 from Fresno. He showed a Wila like, hey, Spence on la tira, right? Let me see, homies. Let me put my lenses on. Okay, Sasuke, Busters did, okay, yeah, and Bulldog, okay, yeah, Fresno, okay, will not be right there. Sauce! Homeboys took flight right there. We already knew what that meant, man. They flighted us. We flighted them, Sasuke. Jordan, there was a whole lot of J. Jonah going on that day. Southsiders were like, what's going on here, eh? We're just going to watch this shit, eh? You know what I mean? They were tripping out on it. It went down on that yarda, man. I remember people were tripping. People were tripping, I remember talking to a lot of homeboys from San Jose. They were like, I told you, motherfuckers. We told us in a shark fashion. We told you about those, that they were always going to do this to us, that they're just no good, right? And I was like, Spencer, homie, those are the homeboys, you know what I mean? They're not anymore. You know what I mean? See that fucking, look at your nose. Look at your, see how it goes over there? It's supposed to be over here? Fresno did that. I told you, right? So, people had animosity. There was a lot going on. Okay. I myself, was looking at it in a different light. I was different. I was a little bit different. My mind went. You know, I was raised as a young buck to a motherfucking knee high. I was always thinking. I was always plotting. I was slithering like fucking the Grinch under the Christmas tree, right? Trying to see what I could come up on. And I had a lot of love for Vatos from Fresno. That's why even now to this day, I got a lot of respect, a lot of love for them. It's always been there. It's always been instilled in me, man. I've been sold up with a lot of Bulldog. My first selling ever in CYA was Little Inez Fresno, Isa Fresno Bulldog. I had a lot of love for the gente, right? And it wasn't just able to turn off the light switch and fuck these fools, you know? Of course, man, I chose the Huelga fashion because ultimately that's what it is with me. That's what was instilled in me. That's where I'm from, man. That was my passion. But, and Merced was a motherfucking northern city. But at the same time, man, I can't sit here and deny that I didn't have a whole lot of love for the Bulldogs, man. They moved vicious with a purpose. You know, they were always the biggest group of homeboys, Dame and Sanjo, right? And Sanjo was always too high powered to really fuck with your boy, the gun guy. I mean, I was cool with the hell of homeboys from Sanjo, but at the same time, what was wrong? Stop lying to yourself. Any Norteño that's sitting out here right now, you know what the Vatos from Sanjo wiggle different. You know what I mean? There's Sanjo and then there's everyone else. That's just it. You know what I mean? The Vatos and Salas, they already know what time it is. They're cool though. They're hella cool. They lace you up and show you love. And Vatos from Sanjo, they're like, you ain't from Horseshoe, bitch. Right? That's how they get down. It's always been like that. And everybody would tell you. Anyone that knows or that's been around. So Fresno was always full embracement, man. It was all good. They showed love. They were Valleros, 209ers. It was gente. So I had a lot of love instilled within me for that group. So I remember when all this shit went down, Vatos went to the Oyo, a lot of Bulldogs went to the Oyo. We did also, but we came back. You know, they didn't come back. Administration seen that it was going to be a little too dangerous, so they placed them on a TAF program. And not only because of that, it was dangerous, they didn't PC them up. They had nothing to do with that. They paced them over there, bro, because a lot of them were getting caught up in stabbings, and these Vatos were going all out. They were different. I'm different. Yeah, they're different. They were doing their thing. So they were placed on the TAF program. And that's pretty much where all Bulldogs gravitated eventually over for putting in work or just right off the bus. They would place them there. Whatever the case may be, that's where they were at. And I remember getting a Wila. And to what degree of Wila, I'm going to tell you right now. This is something I've never put out there. And I'm not going to tell who sent me the Wila. Okay, it was Joey Boy from Fresno. Spencer, right? This is the homeboy, right? Joey Boy from Fresno wrote me a Wila. He said, look, Skinner, Spencer Holmes. He said, I understand you're a homeboy. You're a Norteño. I would never try to make you come in between that passion. He goes, bro, I still got love for the North. I always will. I can never just let it go. He goes, but bro, I'm a Bulldog first and foremost, and this is how I'm going to rock to eternity, right? And I said, orale, right? And he said, I remember the wheel. I said, look, bro, things are changing here and even in prison. And choices are being made right now. He goes, teams are being formed, Holmes. The real against the real fake, or the real against the real high-powered. It's up to you to make a decision right now. You know, do you want to join the Fresno Bulldogs? I said, pues I'm from Fresno. I'm not telling him this. I wrote him a wheel back, but I'm not even from Fresno, right? He goes, the Bulldogs, or do you want to continue in that struggle that you're in? Holmes being told what to do. I said, Sasuke, no man tell me what to do. That was the one line. Sasuke, I ain't even gonna lie, I was on the brink of tyranny, right? That was the one line that he put in that wheel that set me off saying, fuck that. I'm a Norteño. And the reason why is because no man was telling me what to do. I felt that first and foremost. Yes, man, there's always going to be a bigger homeboy that's going to give you clecha. He's going to give you guys the guidance that you need when you're incarcerated. He's going to show you the right ways to go instead of the wrong ways. At least that's how it was back in my days, right? But there was never no man saying, hey, shine my shoes. Hey, Honda don't shine shoes. You will today, bitch. There was none of that, okay? It was more like, hey, bro, we need to get off on these fools a trip. And like, shit, I know, right? I agree. I agree with that shit, man. Shit, fuck it, hey? You know what I mean? On 21st Street, hey? You know what I mean? I was willing to get down and do what I had to do. So we were of like-mindedness. That's the way I looked at it. If you were of like, because I voiced my opinion. If someone says something that was in like a position just a little bit higher than me, just based on he had been there longer, he's bigger, so he's going to beat me up, I will voice my opinion still. I'll be like, Charlie, bro, I don't think we should get off. So I'm scared because the way my bank account works, on Tuesdays I get paid and on Wednesdays I spend, right? So let's do it on Thursday, eh? You know what I mean? There was different things to put into it, but at the same time, that one line right there, I didn't like. But I was feeling the respect of even asking me, right? And then I was feeling the disrespect of thinking I would ever switch up on my gente, on my people. Or Sasuke, you can't get me to switch up. I know D.O. We didn't even know what D.O.s were, right? But Sasuke, you feel me? Right? Now, that was the first time, that I got the Wila. And I respectfully declined. And I said, bro, look, I have no problems with you vatos. You know what I mean? I got a lot of love for you, just as a person, bro, as a homeboy. I know you're good. I know you're about your business. I know if you ever see me, homies, you're going to put metal on me. So I will do the same thing to you. But at the same time, it doesn't have to go that route, man. Maybe we can give each other the hall pass. So I was trying to wiggle. I ain't going to, maybe we can give each other the hall pass. Or you go that way, I go that way. And he says, you've made your decision, homes. I know where you stand, and I respect it. But there ain't no hall passes here. I was like, fuck, I was just kidding. I was only kidding, right? And it was what it was. The next time was on the calles. Okay, so I'm on the streets. And so I went through the whole war, man. I went up to Fresno. We got with it. We got with the business. We got with the program, man. Bulldog started to target me, man, because I was taking the initiative to make the first move, my next move, the best move, right? And that's just what it was. I went from having love. There was a time period there when I fucking had no love. I had hate because I felt like, man, you vatos turned your back on me, eh? You know what I'm saying? We were sealed up. What about Cantina? We were supposed to get Cantina K9. Sasuke, you just took it and ran off. I was looking forward to the food. That's why I would have ordered frijoles if I would have known. I was mad over that after years. If I would have known, I would have ordered mound beans. Sasuke, how am I going to sit there looking like with a butt naked soup and a pickle? You fucked it all up, right? You fucked the whole shit up, the whole program. Anyways, so I still had some type of animosity in my heart for these guys. And there was a time period when it was going down. Sasuke, I didn't give a fuck in that fashion, right? So I was making it my goal and I was taking the initiative to be on the forefront of the front lines, placing myself on frontline status against the Fresno Bulldogs, right? So yeah, the wiggle was real. Am I going to sit here and say, no, I never got fucking into some melees and some high-powered shit with them? I did. Oh, yes. I'm here to tell you I did. And did I respect their gangster? I wouldn't have fucking got off on them if I didn't. Anyone that didn't pose a threat, that was just a fucking poop butter or a leva, you can give a fucking... Follow the fuck away from me, homie. And give me your shoes. You know what I mean? But those are only size 7. You know what I mean? Just give my big butt bigger than these shoes. Here, give them to a little homie. That's how it was in YA. In prison was totally different. We never seen the vatos, you know what I mean? And if we did, it would have been on the crack and on site. That's just the way the politics dictated itself, even to this day. As you can see what's going on. We're going to get to that in a minute. But anyway, let the trip out. So I'm approached on the calles by a primo man from Fresno. Fucking Gunner has primos from everywhere. I do. Most of us do in Califas have primos from Fresno, primos from Wila, you know what I mean? Primos from Los. Straight up, we got primos from everywhere. Sasuke, I got a primo right now that's in Egypt riding a camel thinking he's a doctor. Sasuke, to what degree of doctor? I don't know. To what degree of camel? Oh, I know. And he does too. Fucking con bruises all over his ass. Look, this is real life and real talk when I tell you this. I was approached by one of my primos. He said, look, I know there's animosity. I know your whole story. I know the history. I know the norte, but I can see you're disillusioned. You're disfranchised. Those aren't even the right words. He said, you know what the fuck I mean. It's just, what did I do? Better, right? And he said, look, we've always had love for you over here in Fresno. I said, who's we? He said, the dogs, right? He said, why don't you take the Huelga bird off and put a collar on your neck? I said, because I'm trying to breathe, bro. I'm not trying to choke. He said, you know what I mean, bro? The doors are always open for you to let that shit go and come rock with us. I said, why you guys vatos always want me? What did I do? To what degree of what I did helps you guys out? He said, nah, bro. We could just see that you have that soldier mentality, bro. But you're rebellious, vato. You've always been one of those motherfuckers against the grain. You don't like to listen to what everyone else has to say. You like to be a leader, not a follower. And that's what we're about, homes. We're about independent and doing our own thing. And I said, Sasuke, let me think about it. Okay, I thought about it. Chale, right? I'm going to tell you why. Okay, I'm going to tell you why. Like I said, I was approached with the chance to become a Fresno Bulldog or a Bulldog. I went from Fresno, so I can't say that. Twice, right? And I declined both times. And I'm going to tell you why, man. Because a true and firm believer in his cause and his people, man, will not switch up. Okay, I'm not going to switch up. I'm not going to be from up north and move down south for 3 months and Sasuke get sooled on my eye. I'm not going to fucking be from down south and come up north and all of a sudden get a Huelga bird behind my ear just because it's easier for me to wiggle that way. I'm not going to go to Fresno and get dog paws on my face, man. I'm always going to represent the town and the city I'm from, which is the west side of Merced, dead end. Whether or not I'm from a gang, I'm not from a gang. I'm no longer a gang member. I don't have a horse in that race. I don't take dictation from another man, and I'm not going to give another man dictation. I'm not going to do none of that, right? But I'm always going to be from up north. I'm always going to be a Mexicano Chicano from up north. I'm always going to be a norteño in namesake. Maybe not in wiggle, but in namesake, right? That's never going to stop. I'm not going to say whatever happened to the next man and they fucking, the dissension was there and they chose one route or another, because there was a lot of homeboys that did go to the bulldog route. And there was a lot of bulldogs that took the collar off and came with the Huelga birds. There was a lot. So it was like a team. Ready, set, height. Orale Huelga birds. Right? We're throwing the fucking, the ball. So I was get boom, touchdown. We win the Super Bowl. Why are you guys always winning? Because we're gangsters, right? Nah, it wasn't like that. We didn't win all the balls, right? We tried though. Of course, there was that big badass group from down south, the Sioux, right? They were always about their shit too. You know what I mean? But Trip, I've been broached with it, like I said a couple times, and I always chose to go the route I went. It's because I was a firm believer in my people, and I believe anyone that's out there gangbanging right now, I don't think it's right. I don't think you gain anything out of it. But I'm not in your position to tell you nothing. I'm not in the position to tell you anything. It's like, hey, do what the fuck you want at the end of the day. I ain't tripping, right? I just wish my best to the brown people, man. I wish my best to the white people. I wish the white guys. And I wish my best to my Africanos and my Asian people, my Polynesians, and every other fucking people there are. Because I want everybody to win in life. I want everyone to enjoy the best. We only get one, so enjoy it. And to some fucking youngster with a Wettiger and some skin tight ass pants comes and fucking blows your shit out because he needs fucking 3 more likes on Instagram. You know what I mean? Because that's just how it is nowadays. Either way, it was just something I wanted to put out there that, yeah, Vatos got at me. And ultimately, I chose the Norte. And I chose the Norte because what other choice was there? Okay, there was no choice. See, I sit here and say I was given a choice. I had a choice, but I chose wrong. Charlie, I didn't choose wrong, Holmes. And in Menudo style in direct fashion, my antennas were up all the way. I chose my people. I chose what was taught to me. I chose what I've been striving for. I wasn't even going to give up all that. Fucking, do you know how much fucking pints of blood was on the ground? Because I was not going to fucking sacrifice everything that I put into it just to take the easier route. Just because I was feeling some type of way, I was disillusioned with the cause. It doesn't matter, man, if the cause wasn't benefiting me or if everything was. It was up to me to play my fucking part. It was up to me to try to make it better, homes, for the next homeboy. That's it, to lace up the next homeboy, and that's what I believed. I was a firm and true believer, right? I didn't believe in fucking just abandoning ship. So I was like, fuck that, I never abandoned ship, man. I did what I had to do, even when at the end of my career. For my safety and security, and what I thought was best for the people. I voiced my opinion for the people, and the people turned on me. I never turned on the people, and that's what I never, Frank. I never told on the Frank. Never. You know what I mean? Fucking not once. Anyway, orale Tony. Anyways, I just wanted to put that out there, man. Yes, twice, man. The Bulldogs got at me, and even nowadays, they're like, "Hey, come over here, come to the light, eh?" In a perro fashion. You're one of us. Now, you know what? Hey, respects. I fucking appreciate you, eh? I appreciate the fact that they got love for the gunman, and I'm always going to have love for the city of Fresno. Just because I didn't join them didn't mean I was against them. It was all business, nothing personal. In my personal life, man, I got nothing but love for the Fresno Bulldogs, man. I know they will proceed to do what they do, man. With all the shit going on, it's fucked up how they're getting put out there on these yardas and vatos they're being targeted. But you know what? Hey, I think they're going to handle their own they're going to be just fine, eh? You know what I mean? They've been a group that's been around for several decades. Some and they ain't going nowhere. Some and that's just the way it is. And I think the Norte and the Sur on the Calabo shit, they know this. You know what I mean? That's why they came together to fuck, because these vatos pose a threat, man. And they're going to try to eradicate them. And these vatos are going to try to eradicate it themselves. And that's not a word, but I made it up. And you already know what it is. Anyways, with that being said, I thought you move with a purpose, man. This was just a heartfelt story. Something that happened to me that I never had told anyone I wanted to put out there. It's a fact, man. They got at me. I said, Charlie, Plain and simple, period. I hope that you move fast with a purpose. I hope that you get everything that you want coming to you. Remember, at the end of the day, it's all about you and your familia. If vatos get at you, hey, you want to join my family? What are you going to do? Leave your family for theirs? Come on now. Bang, bang. Same shit applies here. Same rules apply. Hit that like if you like this, man. If not, you can hit that thumbs down. Heavy as the head that wears that crown, man. I'm going to continue to strive and struggle for what I truly believe in. what's beneficial for all the raza right here on YouTube and all gente right here on YouTube. And that's good content, entertainment, and we're going to get it. And in that fashion, bang, bang, you already know what it is, man. Go watch Gunners Collective. I'm dropping bangers every fucking day. It's just what I do. Bang, bang.